I'm going to cry now. I asked her not to talk about BMI stuff with me. I'm really tired of medical professionals.
I'm gonna say something controversial and I don't care. I don't care how trendy or cute or fun it seems to be fat. Don't let that your head. Don't let the idea that, oh, I could catch it no matter how big I am, cause you to forget about your health and to keep gaining weight. I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement, and I know it's not my fault or my responsibility to keep other people's health, but being a pioneer in this game, like I literally was one of the first influencers to work with Fashion Nova before they even had a plus size line. So when I say I'm a pioneer, I'm a pioneer. I'm one of the main reasons why we have the plus size fashion industry that we have, and you could argue with anybody, that's the truth. And my point is that I see a lot of fat girls who gain a lot of weight from being caught up in this movement and turning around 5, 6, 7 years later talking about, damn, I let my health go to shit. I got this problem now. I'm 400 pounds. I can't do this. I can't do that. Babe, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Being attractive, being able to still wear nice clothes is not the end all be all. You got to really think about your health. Because when you're in your 20s, you think that life is just rainbows and candy. You don't even think about the future. But when you start creeping up in age, babes, it's going to catch up to you. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not saying that every fat person is unhealthy. Hello, I'm fat. I'm not claiming that you got to hate fat people. That's literally the opposite of what I'm saying. But let's be for real. Health is real. Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if nobody else wants to say it, let me tell you the truth. Love yourself at any size. Wear the clothes you want to wear, but don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes. Don't forget that your blood sugar has to keep a balance, babe. No amount of Instagram pictures looking cute and being an influencer wearing a size whatever you are is going to stop your heart from not beating if you eating bacon every day. And this is coming from someone who's learning those lessons now, myself. So to the younger girls, the younger generation, take care of your health. It's not fat phobic to take care of your health. It's not a joke. And I'm saying this out of love, not out of self-hate. I see a lot of my fellow content creator, fellow plus size, fellow bloggers, whatever you want to call them, plus size models, now talking about wanting to get healthy, now talking about needing to da-da-da-da. Because 5, 6, 7 years ago, when they were 22, when they were 21, 25, it wasn't a problem. Now you're 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, whatever the case is, and you're like, damn, I can't get pregnant. I have this problem. I got that problem. The problems creep up, babe. And the reality is, loving yourself also includes taking care of your body. If you want this body to last 100 years, you got to take care of it. So don't let nobody else convince you that taking care of your health is fat phobic. And if somebody's telling you that, it's because they're miserable and they want you to die and stay fat like them. I took a lot of heat when I started talking about my weight loss journey, and now everybody else suddenly want to talk about it.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. So in this video, this woman exemplifies, how her doctor was quote unquote fat phobic, right? So in the era that we're in, where women are, above reproach, nobody can point out any wrongs, any flaws, nobody can say anything, everything is considered a shaming tactic, or, if you point out something wrong that a woman is doing, even if it might be damaging to her own health, they're going to point the finger back at you and say that something is wrong with you. So in this situation, we're going to go ahead and press play. I want to jump into the video where you guys can hear everything that this woman is talking about, and then I will pause and play and give you guys my feelings on this entire situation as we watch the video.
Appointment with my OB today, and normally she's always been very, very good, but I haven't seen her in a few months, I think since last summer maybe, not 100% sure. But she asked me how all of my GI stuff is going because of my autoimmune disease, and I leveled with her. I was completely honest with her because I felt safe. And I told her how I felt like my doctors were ignoring me, how they were pushing me off to the side, that they weren't listening to me. They weren't going through any side effects of the medications that I'm on. One of the more severe symptoms that I do experience, I found out through Grey's Anatomy.
So before I continue, right? So just as a recap, this woman said that she went to her OBGYN. She had her yearly checkup, and she was explaining, and talking to her doctor. What I thought was interesting was she was like, oh, she's always been really good. So it would lead me to believe that now she's no longer good because of something that happened with the appointment. So at this time, she's talking to the doctor, and she's saying, there's a lot of side effects that she's going through. Her doctors didn't let her know that. And she had to kind of watch a TV show, Grey's Anatomy, to figure out some of the things that were going on with her on a more intricate level, I guess, because she was exposed to watching certain things. Now, a couple of things right off the bat I want to say. First thing that I want to say is that as somebody who goes to the doctor, it doesn't matter who you are, woman or man, younger, older, you always have to advocate for yourself. And you always have to be able to find out all of the information about the things that you are experiencing on your own. Now, you can have certain inclinations. You can ask for certain, tests to be taken. You can do that as an advocate for yourself. And again, you then have to go to places in which doctors are going to listen to you, hear where you're coming from, process the information that you are saying, take you seriously enough to be able to then, quote unquote, run those tests or do whatever it is that needs to be done. So far, what she's saying, she's just telling us about her experience. I can fathom and understand where it is that she's coming from.
And then she started talking to me, and she's like, okay, well, what do you think you have? And I said that I had last fall, and that I think that I might have POTS, and that I also might have EDS because my hip pops out of place all the time. I'm in constant pain. I have all of these little symptoms. And then she starts going on about bariatric surgery, weight loss surgery specifically. And
all right, so before she continues, sorry, I'm not trying to pause and play too much, but before she goes on, I can understand why in this particular situation, the doctor would have mentioned something about her weight because of the things in which she's saying. POTS is a situation that a lot of people, it's a very serious situation where, women who can stand up and feel like they're going to faint. They can literally faint at any time. They get lightheaded, dizzy spells and stuff like that. And then, she's also talking about how her hip pops, in and out of place and how she's in a lot of pain. Obviously, from the doctor's perspective, because of her size, it would be harder to identify if it is any of these things that she's talking about, or if these are just effects of what is going on because of her size and her weight. That is a very logical way of thinking. That's not something that is too far-fetched. That's not something that seems strange to me. So far, it seems like the doctor is willing to reason with her. Just the fact that she asked her, what do you think you have? And is listening to her and hearing her out.
She knows I have a history with EDs, eating disorders. She starts talking about BMI. And then she starts to recommend Ozempic for me. And I'm getting visibly distressed on this phone call. I'm about to cry. I'm going to cry now. I ask her not to talk about BMI stuff with me because of its history as a tool of eugenics and racism and colonialism, and I'm indigenous.
This is the problem that we have, okay? And again, this all started with the whole shaming. You know how we always talk about bring back shame? These are the reasons why we need to bring back shame. Because, that's you kind of get angry with people, or you're mad at them, or you criticize them for offering positive, constructive criticism for you that is able to not only assist you in with your attitude or whatever, but also with your literal health. This is a doctor. Right? This is not somebody on the street. This is not somebody who just walked up to you and talking about, oh, you need to get on that weight loss supplement. This is not that. This is your doctor in whom you trust, and also a person who is trying to help you be the best version of yourself. You're saying that you're in chronic pain. You're saying that your hip pops out all the time, and she's looking at your size and you are visibly bigger. This is a big problem. And I'm using this to be the example for a lot of deeper things when it comes to women feeling that they are above reproach, that nobody can talk to them about things, and nobody can tell them or help them or redirect them. She is, condemning this woman in her career for being there, and she's just trying to assist you. Regardless of whatever the BMI tools were used for at whatever time, it is truth that your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your stomach, your intestines, all of these things, they require a lot from your body on a daily basis. And if you have your heart, if you have more weight on your body, it is going to be harder for these things to work effectively. It's going to be harder for your muscles. It's going to be harder for your bones. That's just a truth. If you have a dog, this is a perfect example. If you have a dog, right? And the dog is not active, the dog is eating a whole bunch of junk, and you take that dog to the vet. The first thing that they're going to do is tell you to stop feeding the dog so much food and put them on a diet and make them go run. Because their body, their heart, their lungs, their kidneys, all of the stuff within their body cannot function properly because of the weight. That has nothing to do with shaming. That has nothing to do with because she's indigenous. That has nothing to do with any of this.
And then she's like, okay, what would you like me to replace that term with? And I've never had this experience with her before. And I just finished telling her about how my other doctors do not listen to me.
But she did listen to you. She did listen to you. It's just that she brought up something that you did not find comfortable. And so because you were not comfortable with the fact that she turned the mirror back around on you and talked about your weight, which you are not in a position that you maybe want to fix at the time, now all of a sudden she's a bad doctor.
So I'm really tired of medical professionals. And yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm moving in a few months anyways. So I guess there's not much that I can do, but I just needed to get this off my chest. And yeah, medical fat phobia is rampant, even in Canada.
I have published several studies now that say as your weight goes up, the physical size and function of your brain goes down. If you're overweight, you automatically now have 5 risk factors because being overweight decreases blood flow to the brain. It increases inflammation. It stores toxins and it decreases your hormones.
You see, if this was a situation, and this is just right off the bat, if this was a situation where this person was not so much overweight, and they were complaining about certain things, and then the person offered them a weight loss, whatever the case is, then you would be like, okay, this doctor is tripping. Because obviously this person is not overweight. Obviously this person does not need to lose weight. So why are you offering them something for weight loss? But when you are so severely overweight, when you come to your doctor and you're trying to tell them about certain things or certain feelings, they first want to address the obvious. And again, this is a part of the shaming community. This is a part of what people say, oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's shaming. Oh, you're pointing these things out. This is the negative effects of the body positivity movements. These are the negative effects, because now it is this is something that could be so detrimental to your health. But you don't want to hear it. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want nobody pointing out your wrongs. You don't want nobody saying anything to you. And if they do, there's something wrong with them, even though it could be something that could literally save your life. It's the same exact thing that women do in relationships. You have an attitude problem. The minute that you're in a relationship with somebody who exposes all of the issues that you have within yourself, you either run for the hills, you start with the shame, insults, guilt, need to be right. You start disrespecting him. You try to emasculate him because can't nobody tell you nothing. You'd be surprised how many women are under the comment section. Oh, yeah, these doctors are a mess. Oh, this is so terrible. I can't believe that they treated you this way. Oh, this is horrible. Y'all don't care about this woman. Clearly. Because if you did, you would help her to understand exactly where the doctor was coming from. But in this age of being afraid to say, being afraid to do, being afraid to offend, being afraid to this, it causes so much more issues. It's terrible. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.